Chōji Akimichi is a member of Konohagakure's Akimichi clan. Though sensitive about his weight, Chōji is nevertheless dedicated to his friends, especially in Team Asuma. Background.
So, very interesting and amazing truths on this video. Here we go, let's see again.
Chōji was born into the Akimichi clan, and is slated to become the 16th head of the Akimichi after his father, Chōji. When Chōji was younger, he was often put down for not being good at a child's game called ninja, which appears to be a cross between tag and hide and seek, often employing the use of shuriken made out of cardboard and sticks. His peers would always berate him, telling him that any team that he was on was bound to lose. One day, they simply refused to let him play at all. However, Shikamaru Nara stuck up for him, saying that the teams would be uneven if Chōji didn't join them. This gave Chōji a little hope, although, in the end, they still refused to let him play. Chōji and his father were later seen talking on the roof of a building while Chōji was still upset over the way he was treated by the other children, saying the Akimichi were all fat and stupid. Comforting him, his father told him that few people have a heart as kind and caring as his, and one day he would meet someone who would see that in him and respect him for it, and that eventually they would be the best of friends. His father proved to be correct as soon after, Shikamaru arrived. Chōji recognized him as the one who had defended him earlier, and asked Shikamaru why he wasn't playing the game, to which Shikamaru responded that it was too troublesome. He then told Chōji that he liked to come up there to watch the clouds and that Chōji happened to be sitting in his spot. Chōji moved over to give him space. Shikamaru proceeded to lie down before telling Chōji that he should watch the clouds with him. This delighted Chōji, and he eagerly asked Shikamaru if he wanted to eat some snacks that he had brought. Shikamaru took him up on the offer, causing Chōji to be overjoyed. And then Shikamaru said this is the best, watching clouds and eating chips. From that day on, the two became best friends. During Chōji's time at the academy, he was often caught eating in class, otherwise getting into trouble along with fellow deviants Shikamaru, Kiba Inyazuka, and Naruto Uzumaki. Together, these four would cut class or otherwise be testing the patience of Iruka Umino, their academy teacher. During the search for Tsunade, when Naruto was struggling to learn the second step of training for the Rasengan, he recalled how once, during his days in the academy, he, along with Shikamaru, Kiba, and Naruto were held back in class and lectured about their all-around lack in concentration. In Chōji's case, he was thinking more about food than about doing his school work. During the arc involving the trap master Geno from the long-gone Keijiro village, it was mentioned how Shikamaru, Chōji, Kiba, and Naruto would skip class together and hang out at the Kunao practice course, which was situated under the academy, to hide from Iruka. Personality. Chōji is a very kind, polite, and caring person. These characteristics are said to be his greatest strength by both his father Chōji and his former teacher Asuma Sarutobi, while his greatest weakness was his lack of self-confidence. 8. He is easily motivated by the prospect of food, and becomes highly agitated when somebody calls him fat. He refers to himself as big-boned, chubby. Asuma would say that he is just pleasantly plump. However, he does not hide his love for food, and his near-constant hunger is also an annoyance to his teammates, as eating often comes before other necessities such as stealth and teamwork. Food can also make him overreact about silly things, such as who gets the last chip, or when Akamaru tried to take his chips, and he refuses to let anyone else eat the last chip in the bag, even in battle situation. 9. Chōji also tends to eat a lot when he's angry. Since part 2 of the series, however, his eating habits are more controlled and no longer interfere with his duties as a shinobi. Chōji has a long-standing friendship with Shikamaru. The two have complete trust in each other, with Shikamaru being one of the few people to look past Koji's lack of athleticism, and see that he had a kind heart, recognizing Koji's true strength. Because of this, Koji has unwavering faith and loyalty to Shikamaru and, if necessary, would give his life for him, which nearly happened during his battle with Jirobo. Koji also cares deeply for his mentor, Asuma, and had a difficult time in fighting him during the Fourth Shinobi World War, due to not wanting to hurt his own teacher Ten even when Asuma called Koji fat in an attempt to anger him. As stated by his father and teacher, Koji greatly lacked confidence in himself and his abilities, which oftentimes hindered his actions or even progression in some aspects during the Fourth Shinobi World War. However, Koji was able to overcome these issues and become one of the major contributing factors in the Allied shinobi forces, turning the tide of the battle in their favor. As an adult, Koji is shown to be very laid back and jovial. He is also shown to be a loving husband towards Karui, and an extremely doting father towards his eccentric daughter Chako. However, he maintains a competitive side, with Chako frequently challenging him to eating contests. During her Chunin exam, Koji is shown to gleefully cheer her on while also expressing concern for her well-being when she faces the skilled genin Shinki. Appearance. Like other Akimichi, Koji has a rotund build and markings on his cheeks in the form of swirls. He has spiky, brown hair that sticks upward in part I and grows to waist length in part 2. Koji cuts his hair short and sports a goatee, both of which grow further when he becomes an adult, with his hair slicked back and braided. During part I, Koji donned a green, short-sleeved haori with a long, white scarf over a light green shirt, white in the anime, with the kanji for food on it. He also wore black shorts, hoop earrings, and bandages around his legs and forearms. His blue forehead protector was styled in a manner that allowed 2 tufts of hair to poke out at each side. In part 2, Koji sports a red suit with plated armor on his torso, arms, and upper legs, having the same kanji for food on the front. He switches to a standard red forehead protector and replaces his hoop earrings with studs, a gift from Asuma Sarutobi. During the Fourth Shinobi World War, he wears the standard Konoha flak jacket over his outfit. Abilities. Koji's low self-confidence belied his great strength. He became agitated to fight an opponent mainly if they insulted him or his friends. It was during these instances that he proved to very strong, enough to defeat the Sound 4 member, Jirobo. His father Choza, Shikamaru, and Asuma Sarutobi all believe that Koji's greatest strength is his kindness and concern for his friends, which the latter states could someday make him stronger than anyone. Koji helps fight members of Akatsuki such as Kakozu and Pain, though his self-confidence reaches its peak during the Fourth Shinobi World War. Choza states Koji is now worthy of being the Akimichi clan's 16th head. Every ally and foe on the battlefield become astonished at his display of strength, and he defeats the reincarnated Kakozu and Hisashi Hyuga. Ninjutsu. Akimichi clan techniques. As an Akimichi, Koji converts the calories he consumes into chakra, hence his husky physique and frequent eating habits. He uses the chakra he stores to perform the body-expanding multi-size technique, allowing him to use the human bullet tank to run down his opponents. He can increase the damage by wrapping spikes around his body, using either kunao or, in part 2, his long hair after he sharpens it. Koji can expand other parts of his body to enhance his physical strikes, grab and crush targets, or make himself gigantic to smash them from above. The 3 colored pills, when eaten, convert Koji's own body fat into chakra, increasing his physical attributes and facilitating the use of his clan's more advanced techniques. After consuming the red pill, the large amount of chakra manifests into 2 massive butterfly wings on Koji's back, making his power 100-fold. Taking each pill damages Koji's body, with the red pill not only emaciating the user's body, but also causing eventual death. Therefore, the pills are considered a last resort to use. However, Koji survived thanks to the Nara clan's medical book and Tsunade's medical expertise. He overcomes these issues by part 2, using his own chakra to perform his clan's techniques without consuming the pills. During the Fourth Shinobi World War, he becomes able to form the butterfly wings on his own, bypassing the pill's dangerous side effects. Nature transformation. Koji's nature transformations include fire and earth release, though he almost exclusively uses the yang release for his body expanding techniques. With earth release, he could erect a rock wall to protect against attacks. Physical prowess. Naturally, Koji has massive physical strength that he can combine with his clan's techniques to inflict powerful strikes on his opponent. When he manifests chakra butterfly wings, he can compress the chakra into his fist to use the butterfly bullet bombing, powerful enough to kill a Cursed Seal level 2 enhanced Jirobo in one strike. His strength is necessary for important tasks, being selected as a member of the Suzuki recovery team and helping to restrain the Deva path during Pain's assault. Aside from strength, Koji has great durability and speed, enough to survive being hit by the demonic statue of the Outer Path's chakra blasts and save Shikamaru from being stomped by the statue. In the anime, by adulthood, he is recognized as the physically strongest man in Konoha.
So stay healthy, so let's run together and see you next video. Bye.
Terima kasih sudah klik video ini. Jangan lupa guys, klik tombol subscribe karena subscribe itu gratis. Dengan subscribe kamu support channel ini terus untuk upload hampir setiap hari. Ingat, subscribe itu gratis, gak ada ruginya kamu klik tombol subscribe guys. Selamat menonton, enjoy.